Did you know that some of Hollywood's biggest stars were born into royalty, not just in the traditional sense, but with immense privilege, wealth, and influence? While many actors and actresses struggle to break into the industry, a select few have had the luxury of a silver spoon, with their family connections and financial resources opening doors that most can only dream of. But what does it take to make it in Hollywood when you've already got a head start? Are these stars truly self-made, or were they destined for fame the moment they took their first breath? The glitz and glamour of Hollywood hide more than just talent. They often conceal the powerful families and connections that helped shape some of the biggest names in the industry. Get ready to uncover the truth about the royals of Hollywood, those stars who had it all from the very beginning. Hollywood is often seen as the land of dreams, where stars rise from humble beginnings to achieve unimaginable fame and fortune. But what if some of the most famous actors and actresses were never truly self-made? What if instead, they were born into families of power, wealth, and influence, where their paths to stardom were paved long before they ever stepped onto a movie set? In this video, we're diving into the untold stories of those who started with a silver spoon in their mouths, the royalty of Hollywood. From legendary dynasties to famous heirs, these stars had the world at their feet from birth, and their rise to fame is anything but ordinary. But with great privilege comes great scrutiny, and behind the scenes, their stories are often shrouded in mystery. Were these stars truly the product of their own talent, or did their family connections give them the ultimate advantage? Stick around as we peel back the curtain to reveal the fascinating world of Hollywood's royals. Hollywood has always been a world where talent, ambition, and luck collide. But for some, the road to stardom was never a struggle. It was a journey already mapped out for them. In the glamorous and often secretive world of the rich and famous, there exists a group of stars whose families held the keys to the kingdom long before they ever appeared on screen. Picture the dazzling mansions of Beverly Hills, the glittering parties on the Sunset Strip, and the elegant halls of iconic studios where these stars grew up. Their childhoods were far from ordinary. Surrounded by luxury, they were raised in environments where fame was a family tradition, where their connections were just as valuable as their talents. For many of these Hollywood royals, life was more than just a stroll down the red carpet. It was a carefully crafted world where their parents, grandparents, or even great-grandparents were well-established figures in the entertainment industry, politics, or business. Imagine growing up in the shadow of legends, where your last name could open doors that others could only dream of. From old Hollywood dynasties to modern-day heirs of multi-million-dollar fortunes, these stars inherited not just wealth, but the legacy of success and influence. But even within this privileged world, the pressures of living up to such a powerful family name can be overwhelming. So, how did these Hollywood royalty carve out their own identities? And what role did their family's legacy truly play in their rise to fame? Let's take a closer look. As we explore the lives of these Hollywood royals, one thing becomes clear. Their rise to fame was not solely about their talent or hard work, but about the immense privilege that came with their last names. Take, for example, the case of someone like Gwyneth Paltrow. While she is known for her impressive acting career and the luxury lifestyle she promotes, few realize that her family lineage was already steeped in Hollywood fame. Her father, Bruce Paltrow, was a successful TV producer, and her mother, Blythe Danner, was an accomplished actress in her own right. Growing up, Gwyneth was surrounded by influential figures in the entertainment industry, making her entry into Hollywood almost inevitable. But was her success purely a result of talent, or did her family's deep ties to the industry play a critical role in her stardom? Then there's someone like Lily Collins, the daughter of legendary musician Phil Collins. While she's built a solid career as an actress, few know that her path was heavily influenced by her father's fame and fortune. The doors to Hollywood opened wide for her, and the connections she had were undeniable. Still, Lily's story is a complex one. She has spoken openly about her struggles with being seen as just another celebrity child, and how she fought to prove herself in an industry that can often be unforgiving. But it's not just the children of famous actors or musicians who fit the bill. Take a closer look at someone like George Clooney. While many may think of him as the quintessential self-made star, the truth is his journey was influenced by his family's long-standing ties to Hollywood. His father, Nick Clooney, was a well-known journalist and television host, And his aunt, Rosemary Clooney, was a famous singer and actress. George Clooney may have worked hard to carve out his own identity in Hollywood, but the connections were certainly there from the start. As we dig deeper into these stories, we realize that behind the glossy images of success, there are hidden truths. While some may have fought for their place in the spotlight, others had it handed to them on a silver platter. And with the pressure to live up to family legacies, the question remains, can you truly be your own person in Hollywood when the world already expects so much from you? The next twist in this tale may surprise you as we explore the darker side of this privilege. The moment of truth arrives when we examine the stark contrast between the luxury of these stars' upbringings and the intense scrutiny that follows them. Hollywood's royalty doesn't simply live under the spotlight. They are constantly expected to perform, not just on screen but in real life, to live up to their family's legacy. For some, this pressure has been too much to bear. Take, for instance, the tragic story of River Phoenix. He was born into a family of counterculture rebels, yet his early exposure to fame came through his mother's connections in the entertainment industry. With a stunning career that seemed destined to soar, Phoenix was being hailed as one of Hollywood's brightest stars. But the weight of his family's troubled past and the intense pressures of fame ultimately led him down a dark path. His rise to fame was swift, but his tragic death at the age of 23 marked the heartbreaking downfall of a star who had everything handed to him, but couldn't escape the demons that came with the privilege. Then there's the infamous story of Paris Hilton. While she may be a figure of modern-day celebrity, born into the Hilton family's immense wealth, she quickly became known for much more than her last name. Yet she too found herself trapped in a world that both elevated and suffocated her. From starring in The Simple Life to becoming a global influencer, Hilton was repeatedly painted as a party girl, a label that, while profitable for her brand, was deeply at odds with the reality of her upbringing. Raised in a mansion, given access to the most exclusive circles, and surrounded by luxury, she was one of Hollywood's true royalty. But behind the glamorous facade, Hilton has repeatedly spoken about her struggles with her family legacy and the pressure to live up to the impossible standards set before her. The moment we've been waiting for is this: these stars, whether they were groomed for fame or thrown into it, weren't just products of their families. They were also products of a society that constantly placed them under a magnifying glass, judging their every move. They had to prove they were worthy of their name, worthy of their place in the spotlight. But for every success, there's an untold story of doubt, fear, and vulnerability that came with being Hollywood royalty. These stars may have had every opportunity, but the weight of that privilege often led them down unexpected and sometimes tragic paths. The question now remains, can anyone truly survive the weight of a silver spoon? In the end, the story of Hollywood's royals is not just about wealth, fame, or family connections. It's about the complex intersection of privilege and pressure. While these stars had doors opened for them by their powerful families, they also faced unique challenges that most of us will never understand. Some rose to the occasion, carving out their own legacies, while others struggled under the weight of their family's expectations. The question remains, does the privilege of being born into Hollywood royalty come with an unspoken cost? From Gwyneth Paltrow to Paris Hilton, these stars have shown us that while privilege might give you a head start, it doesn't guarantee happiness or success. Behind the glamour and the red carpets, the stories of these Hollywood royals reveal a much deeper narrative of expectation, self-discovery, and sometimes even tragedy. So the real question is, can you ever truly escape the shadow of your family's legacy? Or, in the world of Hollywood, is it impossible to break free from the golden chains that bind you? The answer may surprise you.